Hey y'all, I'm Kimberly Warner, mama of two, lover of lashes, all kinds, and serial entrepreneur. I am here with my very good friend, Nova Grober-Beschta. Nova, super excited to talk to you today about this amazing package of LiquiFan Lashes. Tell us a little bit about your background and why lash extensions.
Well, I floated in and out of the beauty industry since probably 1992. And once I got into my early 30s, I decided, okay, I'm going to go full-time with the beauty industry. I started doing hair extensions and I loved that instant gratification of going from nothing to everything. At that time, that was, I think, 2005 when I heard about eyelash extensions, and I'm like, okay, I gotta check this out and see what this is about. So I took that initial training in Chicago, and I was super excited, felt like I was the star of the class because I got 2 lashes on my model, who was a good friend of mine at the time. And we were driving home and we're like, yeah, you totally rocked it. I got home and I got some accidental media exposure about eyelash extensions because I was at a party and I asked a friend, oh, would you be a model? And there was a reporter there. And she said, oh, we were gonna do a story about lashes.
You're kidding, I never knew this story.
Yeah, so I was in the paper and then I ended up on the news. And I was working from 6 in the morning until 11 p.m., 7 days a week, for several weeks.
Doing lashes.
That I did not know how to do well. I was booking off 3 hours for this service and struggling to get a full set of lashes on. Now
in 3 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I developed like a clenched jaw. I couldn't sleep. I was so stressed because part of the thing of being in the beauty industry is that you want to make people happy. You want them to feel beautiful. So I wanted to do a good job. Lash extension artists, I feel, are really proud when they get to that point where they have learned how to do lashes.
And like a full beautiful set. You always see people posting on IG and all those things and they're like, look at this beautiful set. And it's like, and it is beautiful, it's a work of art. And what you discovered though, through that whole process was what?
I then was booking an hour and a half for a lash fill. So now what I'm trying to do is a full set of lashes in an hour and a half. Yeah. And so I was super frustrated and I thought there has to be a way to dry this adhesive faster because at that time we were using a little fan.
Right.
So let's talk about that. You use one set of tweezers with this hand to isolate the lash and then you're picking up the other lash, putting it down.
Right.
Then you got to grab your fan. When I was trying to figure out how to cure this adhesive, I started looking at activators, and what that brought me to is, oh my gosh, I can cure these lashes as I'm going along. So once I had that thought of, wow, maybe I can dry this adhesive instantly, I called my partner and I was like, wait a minute, I think I just came up with something. I did a bunch of research and tested a lot of products and processes in trying to get this done before I ever used it on a human being. I wanted to make sure that I had a safe process. Looked at all the products that I was using for doing eyelash extensions, and the main one that was the problem was the adhesive because it wasn't drying. And I learned to prop lashes to let them dry so I didn't have to use the fan, but I was like, okay, there's got to be a better way.
Right.
And through a lot of research, I found it. In 2015, we were awarded our first US patent, and another patent followed, and also Canada. So
which is amazing.
We're patented in the United States and in Canada.
Because you had a great idea and nobody else had it.
Exactly.
At this point.
And by that time, I had started using the process because I found a safe way to do it. We use just a whisper of the product. It's not wet when it's going to the eye.
And it was working, obviously.
It was working
this curing
so
process.
well that clients were saying to me, what are you doing different all of a sudden, they were coming in for their 2-week fills with all their lashes on, other than what would shed naturally.
Right.
I started seeing that there were other benefits. People that would switch to me from another lash artist, and they would say to me, wow, my eyes aren't burning when they'd open their eyes.
And that happened to me too when I switched to you.
Yeah. And I mean, this all was a great process that taught me that I was onto something that wasn't going to just help me, but it could possibly help everybody doing lashes.
Right, and quite frankly, I mean, as a lash customer for 10 plus years with you, but prior to that, 6 years I was going elsewhere, and I would have a huge allergic reaction, a huge flare up, and my eyes would be puffy and itchy, so much so that by the time the puffiness went down and I got done itching, I didn't even really have many lashes left at all. And you know, the puff, and I'd have like the dry, scaly skin, the whole thing. By the time my lashes looked good, it was like 2 days, and then I had to go back for a fill again. And what you brought to the industry was a financial savings. And you're going somewhere where you know the lashes are gonna last longer and be more stable, and you're not gonna have any allergic reaction.
The benefits of that are incredible. And I would say the frustration for the clients would be, I just got my lashes done, why aren't they staying on? So once this process happened and I came up with this and we started the patent process, I like to call us the accidental lash company, because I didn't set out to start an eyelash extension company. I developed something that would work with the adhesive to cure it, and I was like, okay, that's it. That wasn't it. So my partner Michael and I talked, and we decided to start our eyelash extension company. So we concentrated on our brick and mortar, which is the salon that we have, and we opened up a lash boutique. And I finally decided, you know, this is being shared with few. So after the pandemic happened, we moved our office within our salon, and I said, okay, this is it. We're gonna start really promoting LiquiFan Lashes and share this with the masses.
So you talked about, obviously, the benefits of curing lashes and that they last longer, and I mean, people are happier. Obviously, that's your new logo, Happy Lashing. I love it. But what are some other benefits of curing lashes?
The name itself is LiquiFan because we replaced the fan with a liquid.
Ah, I always wondered what that was about.
You know, it's probably something they wonder, but they don't ask. They just kind of accept the name.
Yeah.
One of the benefits that we first started with was more lashes in the same amount of time. We did a speed video where I think I got 162 lashes on in 50 minutes, or 53 minutes or something like that. And that was one of the benefits then. But now what we're finding out with volume lashing, you can fill gaps by curing the lash in place instantly. You can do amazing volume lashing by stacking them. There's many benefits to this curing process.
And you offer all of this training as part of becoming a LiquiFan customer, right?
Right. We're going to be rolling out our new training program, which is going to be really exciting because I feel like it's going to be a little different than what anybody else is offering.
And I think that sounds very exciting. I would want to be a part of it if I was a lash artist. What else is on the horizon for LiquiFan?
Well, one of the things that I'm also proud of being a more boutique lash company is that along the way, we also came up with other products rather than just branding things that were already out there.
Right.
Women would say, what am I gonna do? I still wanna wear eyeliner. So one of our first products was a lash extension safe eyeliner that you can use wet or dry, which I think is right here.
Yep.
Comes with a little brush, brown
One
and
of my
black.
favorites, one of the very first things I ever bought.
And people love it. It's very plentiful. I think our second product was our gel cleanser, which now also comes in a foaming.
Which is super important because I mean, obviously lash artists that are watching this know, but sometimes you have to let your client know that oil breaks down glue.
Yeah, exactly. And each thing that we've come up with came from me finding a problem and trying to solve it.
Yeah.
So we have our gel cleanser and we have foaming now. Ooh. That seems to be an industry favorite. And then we had our own coating agent made, which is the waterproof ingredient that's in waterproof mascara, simply on its own.
What do we use that for when we use that particular
The
product?
coating agent is put on at the end of the process. It's not a client product. It's something that we use
Got it.
in,
So it's
in the
for
process.
the industry. Okay.
Exactly.
Got it.
Now, Cure, of course, was the basis of our company.
Right.
And so that can be used as you're doing the lashes, one after another. Our process is to put a dropper or two in the dropper. And then we had these swipe wands, we call them.
The little swipe wand is kind of key to the curing process, right?
It is, because when I was thinking of safety in curing lashes, I did start with a flocked applicator. In my worry mind, I was like, okay, this might be a little too wet. There are curing products out there, and they're using them typically at the end of the process.
So the difference between curing individual lashes versus like all at the end.
Well, I go back to the reason that I came up with it is to make the lashing faster. So if I was working on, let's say, a client that came in and she has a gap in her lashes, rather than going back and forth, because I have to wait for that adhesive to dry, I can cure a lash, cure a lash, cure a lash, cure a lash, fill in that gap so that I can get the symmetry that I wanted.
Got it.
Let's talk a little bit about the curing process. So
Yes.
lashes can be cured 3 ways.
Okay.
You can cure them with moisture, which creates the weakest bond. You can cure them with air drying, which is the reason for the 24 to 48 hour rule.
Okay.
Or you can cure them with an activator, which is what Cure is, and that creates a very tight, strong bond that makes them stronger.
And last longer. And
All the other benefits.
yeah, and I think we talked about it, like you can get more clients in a day and you're able to make more people happy.
So now with the rise of volume lashing in our industry,
Yes.
of course there's trends in every part of the beauty industry. Volume lashing is really big.
I love mine to be very voluminous.
Right. So does everyone else. I don't think we're reducing time anymore. I think what we're doing is creating more artistic lashes with this great product.
And it's cool because y'all can do a more natural lash, sporty lash. I mean, everybody has their ideal.
With all of those design options, we also have a wide range of lashes that lash artists can use. We have our pre-made volume lashes, we have single lashes, we still have the OG loose lashes that people like me learned on.
Okay.
And one of the other things that we came up with is our gel pads. We have 4 to a pack, where some companies just have 2.
Okay.
The reason we came up with that is because of safety. So you put one gel pad on the top and the other one's taped on the lashes.
Those pads are like very soothing through the process. And, they feel exceptional to me compared to other ones that I've tried.
And I think that's a valid point, because some people can not have the pads, if they're a little sensitive to them for whatever reason. So we also have several different types of tape. We decided that this was going to be the year that we really flew with LiquiFan Lashes, and I could dedicate more of my career to sharing our products with people. We did research and found that more people were getting into the curing club. We understand that people have their favorite brand, and we don't want to take you away from your brand. So if another lash company does have a product that falls under our patent, we're definitely okay with licensing it to them so they can continue to service their customers. Not everybody's gonna love LiquiFan, but we love eyelash extensions and we want everybody to love them. So if that means sharing it, that's fine.
You are a sharing company, and you do want to share your knowledge and what you've discovered with other people. And I think that's pretty incredible.
And I love seeing the other innovations that other companies come up with too.
Yeah.
I mean, the lash industry has changed so much in the last several years that I'm just wowed. And I still get to work to do lashes, and I'm in love with it.
And every day it's something new. And I remember when I first got lashes, I still wanted to put mascara on them. And you'd be like, do not put mascara on them because, then you have to take it off and it makes them heavy. And I have very thin, fine lashes because I'm blonde and all that. But when you came up with Lash Stay, that was one of my favorite products. Show them the wand.
Okay.
This is my favorite part.
Now, this, I believe, was the most recent product that we had developed. And I like to call it hairspray for lashes. We call it Lash Stay. And what it is a translucent lash gel that easily washes off with either of our cleansers.
Right.
But it keeps lashes in place. We suggest using it from mid-lash to the tips.
Right.
You can also use it on your bottom lashes.
Yep.
But it has also a unique applicator.
It's the little ball wand.
So
but I love it.
Up.
Yeah. Because, sometimes when you're close to that fill, they get a little wiggly. And so the Lash Stay made that possible for me. And also, it's glossy. So if you're used to putting mascara on every day, or your client is,
it makes your eyes shine.
It totally does. It was a game changer for me. Right. And it definitely is.
I'm glad you love it.
I mean, I love you, but I really love the Lash Stay. I have to make a caveat because I do want to point out we're making this whole, and you have all this professional stuff, but really y'all are just down to earth, real people in the Midwest right now, just trying to make real people happy. And you want to make lashing happy people everywhere, not just in the Midwest. Sometimes the relationship, it's hard to build a relationship, with another company when you're buying from them. And you really want to feel that connection. Y'all are just the best, and you're so easy, and you talk with all of your your new people.
One of the things that I like to be able to do is if I'm in between clients, I'll answer text messages.
How do other people become part of the LiquiFan family? Because right now I think everyone wants to be our best friends. I'm just saying.
Hopefully they do.
I mean, I think so. We're pretty fun.
We have a couple of different ways that you can become part of the LiquiFan family. We have Essentials Kit that gives you just the essential products that we sell to make our system work. We do have 4 adhesives, Bond Ultra and Bond Ultra Fierce. Those are our biggest sellers, but we also do have a sensitive adhesive and a clear. We also have a Try Me kit, which is a little bit more scaled down just so that they can try cure with the products that you need to use that. We're also launching our new training, and then we have a couple of other things on the horizon that people should watch for. So definitely like us on social media and stay tuned and watch our website. Our hashtag is Happy Lashing.
Also, LiquiFan.com. Nova, it's been such a pleasure. I think everybody's learned a ton, and I hope that everybody gives LiquiFan a shot because for sure it'll make your clients happy, it'll make you happy, and it'll make everybody happy lashing.